Hey, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions. The title of this segment, The Life and Times of a Po-Ho. If you are a Metro Atlanta storage auction buyer and you buy a lot of units, the chances are very high that you're going to come across an ex-stripper or current stripper or whatever the case may be type unit. Oh, the robe? Oh. Since this is a pimperish moment, I thought I would look the part. And I actually got this robe out of a storage unit of a drug dealer, and he was not the normal. I'm gonna do a video about him because his stuff was really cool. We call him Matty Stewart. But when you buy these units, there's so many little signs to let you know, because you may have bought a unit but didn't know. Very curious signs. Well, real things that stand out. Like if you open up a photo album and all the chicks are butt-ass naked and they're on stage next to poles, you bought a po-ho's unit. Some subtle clues. They seem to have no problem being photographed nude all the time. And for those who lack photographic evidence, the shoes. The shoes are going to be all marked up in the weirdest of places that a normal woman doesn't walk. But for this particular segment, we're going to talk about Natalie. That's not her real name, because you know we don't snitch here. May change that because there's a few people I want to call out, but I'll stick with the policy for today. This is the story of Natalie. Got this unit in a very nice part of town. It's amazing how often the po-ho's are in Buckhead, Dunwoody, East Marietta. That's where the money is. And other places. Now I got this unit in East Marietta at a little honey hole. The unit looked great. The unit was great. I remember the reason that I bought this unit was all of the red luggage. There was a 5-piece luggage set, red, really nice. The stuff just looked expensive. And I was like, wow. The boxes were all neat and stacked. There was no furniture, but this was about 2003 and everybody wasn't really like box units. Much to your dismay, box units used to go for $1 to $20 because I'm like, it's a box unit. Who knows what's in there? You can have it. Making a killing. Then one day someone found out what I found in the box and it was on. Nice unit. Really, really nice unit. Got it cheap. Got it for 25 bucks. And it took me 2 van loads, 2 E250 van loads to clean out that unit. That's how much stuff I got for 25 bucks. All types of, decor. She was a girly girl. She had the nice antique mirrors, the valances, the curtains, the drapes, all of that stuff. And all of that stuff is money. Everyone's kind of predicated on the big hit, the wow factor. And understand that if you're a serious storage auction buyer, you're going to make the vast majority of your money on regular run-of-the-mill everyday stuff. I keep preaching that. I've been preaching that since 2009. And it's cool. Okay? Most people are normal. Most people have regular stuff. And you can make money off that if you know what you're doing. And the operating clause in that last sentence was, if you know what you're doing. Well, I cleaned out the unit. And I'm pulling out this stuff. And she had nice, crystal, just stuff that women love, because when you have a nice decor unit and the women come out to your shop, you just line it all on one table and watch. At the end of the day, that table's going to be empty. It's going to be empty. They love that stuff. Love, love, love. And, I started pulling this stuff out, and the first box I cleaned out was $50 worth of stuff. I mean, this unit was just going to be great. At the end of the day, that $25 matriculated to $1,300. I know for some of you who are looking to make $6,000 per unit, that's kind of dull. For me, I got a woody. Talk about turning a penny into a dime. And oh yeah, she was fine. She was fine. This girl was fly. I know why she was getting a lot of money in her G-string. And I was pulling out the stuff. And like I said, she had really good taste. That was another thing. Because when you buy a unit of someone who has a lot of money, but they have really gaudy, non-pedestrian, non-mainstream taste, yeah, it was expensive, yeah, it was worth, but nobody's gonna buy that shit. It'll just sit and sit and sit, and you're like, God. So you want stuff that's kind of common, because that's what sells. If you notice, if you're a serious auction buyer, you've noticed that Louis Philippe bedroom set, that's the Slay bedroom set, you've been buying and selling that thing for years. Been making it for years, and it still sells because people like it. People like it, and that's the key to making money. So I'm pulling out all this stuff, and it's a good unit, and then I get to the part that I like. I get to the good shit. I get to the stuff that I like. I get to her letters and her journal. She was a young girl, Natalie, from Nebraska. She left home because she came from a small town. There wasn't much going on, and she felt that she was different. The city was calling her. The big city was going, Natalie, oh Natalie. And she beckoned to that siren song, and she came to the big city, and the big city went, arr, put it. That's right, chewed her up and spit her out. And she came here, and she talked about how hard it was to find a job. But see, Natalie, when you have no skills other than the one you're sitting on, people are not going to really pay you for your good looks unless you go to the titty bar, which is where she ended up. But she tried. She tried. Usually this is the path for failure. They'll come to Atlanta with savings, get an apartment and a roommate, and they'll start looking, and you'll see like resumes that are like, that thin because they have no experience. Then they'll get these little bullshit jobs. And Natalie was real cool because she wrote she wrote every day in this journal, and she's like, I'm better than to be working at Foot Locker. I'm better than that. And she worked in Foot Locker, and then another common thing is to enroll in medical assistant school. And this is not a knock on medical assistants or certified nurse assistants or whatever they're called today. But the thing is, it is a job that you're going to get in, and you're going to do this. You're going to get in, and you're going to make a certain income, and you're going to be like, bam. But wait a minute, there's a ceiling here. That's a hard ceiling. And you're going to kind of be there. Now, that's what you want to do when you like it. That's cool. But what I'm saying is, if you're looking to make 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 G's, being a medical assistant is not where it is at. Just saying. So she did that. Then that was unfulfilling. She took the 6-month course, got a certificate, worked for a doctor's office. Then she got a little loot because one of the doctors got a little fresh, and he felt on her ass. Natalie, you have a nice ass. I don't blame the man. I understand what he did was wrong, but I don't blame the man. Damn, you had a nice ass. So they settled. She got 20 grand. So Natalie took the 20 grand, went boop, 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 got rid of all her roommates. It's like, you got to go. You got to go, because I'm living by myself. So what does Natalie do, being young and from Nebraska? She doesn't get like a normal house and apartment. No. Natalie has big city dreams. Now that she's got a little money to work with, she started sipping on that champagne taste of hers. She went out and got and at the time, way expensive, she got a $1,500 a month. This is $1,500 a month condo in Buckhead. She only got 20 grand. She quit her job too. 20 grand, $1,500 condo in Buckhead. Whoa, wait a minute. We must furnish this fat pad. So she furnished the pad. What happened to the furniture? I don't know. I saw pictures. Nice leather. She went to Cantoni. She only got 20 grand. So in a very short order, Natalie went being from flush to flat. And she wrote in her journal. She said, I don't know what happened to the money. You spent it. You spent it like a crackhead on a rock bench. So she's like, in this nice, fully laid out, wonderful Buckhead condo. And she has no money. She's quit her job. She can't go back there. She's going to sue these people, so she got a settlement. So what is she going to do? So Natalie had a friend. Natalie had a friend that did things. And Natalie was like, I don't want to do that. And the girl said, you're young and your breasts are perky. They would love you. They would love you. And Natalie goes for it. She drinks the Kool-Aid, and the next thing you know, she's shaking her ass and shaking ass dust on dirty old men who have Viagra-infused erections on her young, supple skin. She wrote that. I was like, The girl could write. The girl could write. She wrote that. So she's living this life. To dull the pain, she starts to do a little alcohol. And a little alcohol goes to a lot of alcohol. And that's not strong enough, so she starts a little. So now she's making money. She's paying her rent. But she's developed a new friend. She's got a monkey on her back. That's right. She developed a cocaine habit. A real strong cocaine habit. She's developing this habit. And you know, something about a monkey on your back. It is like your master. You will do what that monkey says. That monkey goes, go, 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 and you're like hopping. So Natalie is doing that. She's shaking the ass dust here and there, messing around with old men. And she's also wrote in her journal, the first time that I grabbed a stranger's penis, it totally disgusted me, but he tipped me $100. So I continued to grab, hold, stroke, admire of strange penises. This was in the journal. I'm like, damn, girl. So she's doing this. But see, she's making this money. She's got this monkey on her back. And she's developing a heavy, heavy dose of self-loathing. In her journal, she's like, I'm already grabbing strange men's penises. I degrade myself every night for money. I might as well go all the way. Because her friend who took her to the booty shake club said, girl, you can make even more money if you would sleep with them. It's not bad. These are men with money. They're businessmen. They're going to treat you nice. They'll even buy you gifts. So Natalie once again goes to the well of bad choices and poor decisions, and she puts her cup in the water and drinks in one gulp. Next thing you know, Natalie's turning tricks. A lot of tricks. But see, Natalie also hates herself. So to make more money, Natalie starts doing all of the most despicable, unimaginable things that you could do in the sex trade. Because see, you understand, and she put it in her journal, because Natalie schooled me, I did not know. But when you do what I consider to be the perverse, it's extra money. Because those guys have a hard time finding someone who will satisfy their scat fetish. I will not get into that with this video. You must look it up. That's your homework for the day, boys and girls. So she did that, and she also did everything. She was like a fetish buffet line. You want it, she served it up. And each day she sunk deeper and deeper and deeper into despair. It was all chronicled and written in her journal. She hated herself. She would take 6 to 12 showers a day to try to wash off the smut and the grime of her lifestyle. But as much as she scrubbed until her skin was red and raw, she still felt dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. And how this story ends, I don't know. All I know is I got her unit, I sold her stuff, and I read her entertaining to inspiring to downright tragic diary. This is a story of a pole hoe. But this is just a little glimpse of what happened to one bright-eyed girl who came from Nebraska and came to the big city with big city dreams but small girl sensibilities. What happened to Natalie? Like I said, I don't know. But based on that diary and based on the high level of self-loathing and how she felt about herself, I don't think it was none too pretty. This is what you can get when you get into the storage auction game. If you delve deeper than looking for the wow factor, if you delve a little deeper and you actually start to think about, I just bought someone's life, there's a lot more to it. All right, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions.